Okay, I'm not sure how well the audio and video is going to sync up here because I've been tweaking with it a bit. Alright, first I was going to do a video about like ethnic racial stuff and, you know, my thing and how I've lived with it and everything. And then my computer didn't record that video, and it was like 11 minutes long, and I didn't feel like trying to be original a second time. So I just scrapped that idea. My next was going to be sort of like this weird inward look of how I've been feeling lately with some stuff. And now, I think this one's going to have to be about last night. Um, Last night I went to my first college party. It was really interesting. It was, and first I gotta say, I don't know why I went. Like, one, I don't know why I went. Two, I don't know why I hadn't gone to any of these before. Honestly. I could probably chalk it up to insecurity. Like, I didn't really know what these were all about. And if I could sum it up in 3 words, it would be loud, colorful, and sweaty. Um, but it made it better being there with people that I knew. Jim and I went. Let's see, who was it? Amina, this girl upstairs. She came by, as she does, and she's like, "Oh yeah, we're going to some place. You guys should come." I think she was just saying like, "Oh, you guys should come." Is sort of like the whole, not to be rude thing. Like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be going somewhere. You guys should come too," that kind of thing. Or maybe she actually wanted us to go, I don't know. But, I don't know, it just, I didn't think about it. I just didn't think. It was just like, alright. And then I was asking her if we had a ride or whatever, and apparently there's a big, you know, issue with transportation. And eventually we ended up just getting a taxi. It was, who was the taxi? It was Jim, myself, Amina, and Elisa. And the cab driver, he seemed really annoyed with Elisa because she was in the passenger seat and she was very, I don't know, not shy. I guess is the way to put it. I don't want to say she was obnoxious as much as she was just very not shy. Then we got there, of course, we didn't know anyone. Apparently Anthony was going to meet us there eventually at some point. It was somewhere off campus. I mean, obviously we had to take a taxi to it. Taxi rate cost us like 10 something. I paid for it, and everybody else paid me what, you know, we owed if we divided it by 4 or whatever. Just because all I had was a 20 on me, so I couldn't really split it. And it was $5 to drink at the party. I didn't drink. I used the excuse that I was going to be either the DD or that I had already done something or whatever, and drinking anymore would make me sick. I don't know. I wanted to come up with some excuse. No one actually asked me to drink, because right at the door the guy was like, "You drinking, not drinking, whatever, and if you're drinking, you pay him $5, and he gives you this cup." And that's how it goes. Amina and Elisa, I don't think they paid. If they did, I don't remember because they brought their own containers to drink out of. So I don't know how that went, but yeah. So I don't know. The whole night, I don't even know how long we were there. See, Jim and I mean, literally, I woke up sometime that day, waited till I got into work, went to work for 5 hours or whatever, and then just came back. Jim and I drank a whole bunch of soy milk. Like I just grabbed a whole thing of milk and we downed that before Mama even came by. And I brought some pizza with me. And we were just doing that for like an hour maybe, and then she came by. So we literally probably left there about 10:30, 11ish or something, around there. And yeah, so we were there a while. We didn't leave till 2:33 or something like that. 2:30 or 3 o'clock. And yeah, so that was really cool. We ended up doing actually we were going to get a taxi back. Oh my! The original thing was Jim and I were gonna walk back because we didn't know how Amanda and Elisa were getting back. So Jim and I were gonna walk, It was quite a distance in the cold. Snow hasn't started flying yet, though. Oh, jeez. And then we were gonna get a taxi because Amana said she'd pay. And then eventually Anthony was coming in. He was the DD for a bunch of his friends that night, plus his girlfriend. And so he just made a couple car trips to come and get us all and bring us back here. He ended up staying at his girlfriend's or his house or something last night, so I ended up sleeping in his bed. But yeah, it was interesting. I was still able to enjoy, the whole thing, even though I wasn't drinking. I don't know why. Jim had this idea that if you don't drink there, you just can't enjoy yourself. I think it's just a mindset kind of thing. And he ended up throwing up anyways, so it's like... I think he threw up also, not because drinking so much, I think it's because he was hit in the stomach, but he threw up nonetheless, and that was pretty bad. The host of the party saw, I think it was Elisa giving Amina a lap dance, and so he came over and he's like, "How much do I have to pay to get in on this?" So he ended up sitting down, and they both ended up giving him a lap dance. It was pretty funny. They didn't know he was the host of the party at the time, and I didn't either until afterward. He was talking with us because I asked him if he had any soda. He was just some guy there, and there was like 10 total people there before we left. I was like, "Do you have any soda or something?" Because I need to wake up. So it was definitely around like 3 or something. And so he's checking. He's like, "Yeah, sorry, I don't got anything or whatever." And he's like, "Yeah," and I told him, it was like, "Oh, it was a great party." And he's like, "Oh yeah, thanks for coming and everything else. This is my name, and friend me on Facebook. I'll let you know when other stuff's going on, whatever. So that was pretty interesting, and I was like, wow, that was the guy that got a lap dance. I thought that was pretty funny, and he was a nice guy. I mean, I guess you kind of have to be very personable to be able to just host parties regularly or something, because that house looked like it's been used. There's like 3 beer pong games going on, one upstairs under the black lights, which was pretty cool, because the ball was glowing and everything else was kind of all glowy and stuff. Then like in the room next to that room was like the blacklight dance room where everybody was dancing. And then in the basement was the other 2 pong games, which was really like, there was regular lights down there, so it was like a hugely different change of scenery, like on top of the fact that it was like dungeon looking with all the like cement blocks and the wooden beams and air ducts and whatever, the concrete floor that had like water all over it and stuff. There's 2 pong tables, and and it was regular lights, so it was just nothing special. Then you go upstairs and it's all black lights and glowy stuff and it's wacky things. But I enjoyed it. It was really great. It was funny, I kept on reminding Jim, and I was like, "And Jim, you were going to read tonight." Because I think I kind of ended up coercing him into going. And I don't think it was so much as I talked him into as much as he didn't say no to me saying yes to Amina. So he just kind of went along with it. And I was like, "And you were going to read tonight." We were saying we were on the sidewalk waiting for Anthony. He was so sure he was going to get laid last night. It was funny. He was telling me, he's like, "Man, I'm kind of surprised." And I'm like, "Jim." But, no, it was really great. And actually the guy who hosted the party, he was going to have some sort of Halloween thing going sometime too. So he's like, "Yeah, I'll let you guys know and everything, whatever. So Jim and I'll probably be going to that too. And on top of the Halloween thing that's going on campus, the actual like college run or college hosted event. And that's pretty much all there is to say. I mean, I guess there aren't really there aren't too many details, I guess. I mean, it was really just very, I mean, despite the fact that I didn't drink, it was all a very blurry image and memory, because it was, again, just very loud and colorful, whatever. Some great songs playing. I don't even know what any of them were, but I liked them. And yes, I was dancing with some people. Dancing with some people. Yeah, dancing at those parties is basically just like, mm, phrase this is like having sex with your clothes on or something. That's what it seemed like, anyways. Um, so yeah, it was an interesting time. Uh, Jim definitely enjoyed himself, which was really nice. It was good to see him not stressing out about stuff, so that was really cool. And I'll definitely be looking forward to anything like that going on in the future. And that was this one's update, my first college party.